Chest day. Um, Same as last time. I don't really plan to change anything for this. I've really been enjoying this. Uh, Incline Smith press, decline, converging press, and then finish with pec deck. I might like change up in terms of like where I put the volume in terms of like per movement. But doing about like 2 heavy sets on like a drop set. It's like 3 total on the Smith. I've enjoyed that the last 2 times. And then moving like extra volume out of the decline press and into the pec deck. I've enjoyed that. Pec deck I feel like is one of those things that's just kind of easy to spam, I guess. Special treat. I have my girlfriend. Oh my god, Anna's here. I didn't write her any speaking lines for today's script though, so she's just over in the corner. But trying to think if there's anything that yap worthy or speaking worthy or talking worthy on the way there. Huh. Give me a minute. Two more. I'm realizing I didn't really finish the car ride. Long story short, Anna's mom called her, so I'm on the phone with her. So now we're here. Getting a little tired on this movement, so third set. We're going to do a drop set, strip a plate, get as many at this weight, and then drop to 2. Whoa. Yes. Two more. Oh. All right. Decline press is taken, so we are improvising. I haven't done these in forever, so I have no clue how I really want to set these up. I know I want to hit like a decline orientation of the chest, so I might fiddle around with this a little bit. But. I think I know what to do. All right. I think I missed recording one of my sets over there. Funky, but on the last like 2-3 sets, I actually enjoyed it. Played around a lot with how I wanted to set it up. I might play around with replacing either decline or this with that, because I really like that. I felt like it was a really good stretch. Anyways.
Five more. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
go. New shirt. Guess who bought it for me? Alright. Chest is quite pumped and fucked, but in a good way. So, these are feeling heavy, but let's bang out some 3 good sets. Shit. All right, 2 more sets. Philosophy on this one. I'll probably bring the elbows in a little bit, make it more of a bit of a press. See how that feels. And then the last set, I'll probably drop the weight down a little bit and get a little bit more focus and control at that top and range motion and at the squeeze. So, yeah. These are some ugly sets. I tell you what, I can just tell they probably don't look good, but I'm still like, I'm feeling like I'm keeping good tension. And so although it probably looks gross, it's feeling productive. You can walk through, I don't care. Five more. Okay. Workout went good. Anna stopped by. There's a little place right next to our gym. You can't really see very well, but hers is it's a waffle. Yeah, it's all they make all the macros are really nice because they make them out of like egg whites and protein powder, etc., and they have a bunch of dairy-free options, gluten-free options, and Anna, unluckily, is allergic to dairy and gluten. It's not by choice. She's not lame, but allergic. I mean, stay out of my frame. Anyways, I already made mention of it. Yeah. I said, can you guys guess who bought this shirt? Anyways, so the lift. Don't say ow, I did not hit her. That it was like you guys saw. I'm waiting for alright, I guess she's not leaving. Alright, I'm gonna back out. So the lift went good. I think I recorded everything except for I think I missed one of the sets of like the cable movement. Oh, I gotta sit right so my back doesn't hurt. Here we go. So, I had a nutty pecular pump. The boobs were quite boobing, as we say. There was something I was going to say about the lift, but that's essentially the gist of it. Got in, got out, pretty time efficient. There was two of the different things I wanted to do. I had to wait for, even though I was trying, I had to wait for the thing that I was going to do to sub out the decline, but nevertheless, still pretty time efficient. So that's always nice. A talking point that I kind of wanted to make. And this is probably going to come across as like uber Chad protein. But the main point is if you're going to go to a gym, why would you go and not work hard? Now, obviously, I'm not going to bring up anybody specifically, and I see people like this all the time at the gym, but you see people, they're doing their sets. And I was just talking about old people, but people of, good, young, healthy age, and they're doing their sets, and they do like 5 sets, and they're not breaking a sweat, they're not huffing and puffing, they all look like warm-up sets. And I want to say, I understand there's obviously a learning curve, and, intensity is part of that learning curve. So I don't want it to sound like I'm just sitting here bashing on these people in my head, thinking like, oh, what's wrong with you? So maybe I should rephrase some of my wording and say that I'm not here to just complain about this. I want this to be a good food for thought point, I guess, for anybody that might be watching this that's a newer lifter. And I touched on it, I think, in yesterday's video, talking about how people get so wrapped up in, the setup and the routine of their workout before they even learn the whole intensity part. And so, still building off of that same point, my thought process on it is, if you're going to, go to the gym 3-4 times a week, even if you're only there an hour, and, it could take you 5, 10, 20 minutes, maybe even longer to drive there, same time to drive back, add that time into however long you're spending at the gym. And then, so there's that time commitment aspect. You're probably spending some amount of money on a gym membership. And so I think a good way to look at it is, if you're putting that much time, effort, money, whatever, into something like the gym, but you're not reaping all the benefits or even a good amount of the benefits. I think of it as like working a job without pay. And most people, like, not talking about volunteer work where you're like, you know, doing good deeds and helping out the world, but I don't know anybody who's just going to go work their office job 9 to 5 and be like, nah, I don't need my paycheck. And so the same thing can be applied to, like, even if you're going to the gym and you're busting your ass and you're putting in all the work, but then you're not feeding yourself anywhere adequately to grow. And I'm not expecting people, especially neurolifters, to be like, you know, on their shit like a bodybuilder, or like throwing down crazy amounts of food and being super dialed in. And same thing, I'm not expecting people to be, you know, shitting themselves on every set in terms of intensity. You know, there's levels to it, but I would say that's like one of the things to definitely try and constantly reassess with yourself of like, hey, am I getting what I'm putting into this out of it to an extent that's worth it to me? You know, some people don't care to get bodybuilder level progress out of it, so obviously they're not going to be invested enough to want to put in, you know, the time, effort, energy, money into like the food, the diet, the training that a bodybuilder would. And obviously, but if you're putting in, let's say, like, you know, a reasonable, just normal amount of effort, you're going to the gym consistently, but while you're there, you're not working out even like kind of hard. You're you're wasting your time. And I feel like I'm starting to ramble in circles. So I'm trying to be careful with how I word it so it doesn't just sound like I'm just saying that, oh, anybody that doesn't work out hard like bodybuilders are wasting the time. That's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to make is like, you there's a bar, and let's use an arbitrary like 1 out of 10 system. Let's say if that bar is like 5, you know, you want to put in a 5 out of 10 effort to get, you know, at least some form of growth from your sets. You want to put a 5 out of 10 effort into your diet and, you know, feeding yourself adequately to get some sort of, you know, environment for growth for your body. And let's say that bodybuilders are sitting like the 9 and 10, like, you know, it's way above average. It's not what the normal typical people are doing. Your normal gym bro, or a guy that's just, you know, pretty interested in the gym but has a good level of balance. He's maybe at like a 6, 7, or an 8. And so, you know, that now that we have our scale established, the point I'm trying to make is if you're going to commit the time and the money into consistently going to the gym, I think you should at least try and hit that 5 out of 10 number with your workouts and your diet, because otherwise you're putting in almost all the time commitment and you're not getting any of the benefits. So anyways, that's enough of that. I feel like I've did a lot of yapping without a lot of actual progress on that point, but if that made sense to anybody, then good for you. We're gonna be home soon. I'm gonna do some yapping to the little mini me over there. And I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat my food, and I'm excited. It was a good lift. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you didn't,